Good day mga subscribers and visitors in our channel. Thank you for supporting us. We're very happy that we are having more subscribers in our channel. Yay! Because we wanted this channel to be fun and then to inspire you and to inspire everybody that dreams do come true. Yes, I can testify on that dreams do come true. Yes or no? Well, for me, yes. Dreams do come true if you work hard on it, you're determined, and then you're passionate that you will have that dream one day. For example, yes, this year the house is being built, and it's not just a house, but it's our dream house. And we are very excited because we are moving finally this year in our dream house. And another dream come true of mine is having a yellow car. I said to myself that one day, it's my dream that one day I can have a yellow car and that car should be unique. Yes, and I'm inside my yellow lovely car. Another dream come true of mine. And another one that I'm going to share to you guys is about my registration. Yes. It's my dream to be a registered teacher here in Australia. Back home, I was elementary teacher there, a science teacher for almost 2 years. So after I graduated from college, I was offered a job straight away to work in that school. I'll tell you what school is that because I'm very proud of that school. It's Xavier Grade School. Yes, it's in Pueblo, in Cagayan de Oro City. So I worked there for almost 2 years, and I'm very proud of that school because it gave me an opportunity to showcase my skills and to help children. So when Michael and I got married, of course we have to go together. So he went back here in Australia, and after a few months, the visa was there, and he told me that I have to move in with him. And of course, I promised to myself that if I move to Australia, if I move here, I wanted to continue my passion. I still want to teach with children. I still want to work with children. Yeah. So when I came here, no, I didn't work with children straight away. No, it wasn't easy. I still have to process lots of papers. So before I work in that papers, I have to work. So my first job here was in the linen. So it's a company that supplies towels or any linen to hotels, restaurants, and hospitals. So I worked there for a few months, but then I'm pretty sure this is not me. I wanted to share. I wanted to help children. So I'm very happy as well because Michael was very supportive with me. He is very supportive with me ever since. I'm very blessed to have him. So I would say that to be a registered teacher here, it wasn't easy at all. The process wasn't easy. But because it is my dream, so I work hard on it. So calling all the teachers from Philippines, yes, from Philippines and from other side of the world, I'm gonna share to you some of the basic requirements for you to be registered here in Australia. Kasi dito sa Australia, iba-ibang states kami dito. So we have 6 states and then 2 territories. And every state, they have their own process, they have their own procedures on how you will get your registration. But here I'm in South Australia. But basically, most of the requirements that they ask me are the things that you will need to give to the board, to the teacher's board. To be a registered teacher in Australia, you will need, I realized that it has 3 stages. So I have my papers here. So I wrote all the steps, the procedures as far as I remember how to do it. Because I had to dig in those information in my brain. Like, how did I get my registration? Because actually, lots of my colleagues lots of them are asking me like, how do you get your registration here in Australia? So now let's answer that question, not just for them but for everybody who are planning to come here in Australia. So these are the things that you need to do to have. First, of course, is your visa. You need a visa for you to stay here. You will have your assessment of qualifications to determine if you have met the minimum prescribed qualifications requirements. So that's what we need. So this is what you need. One is your Bachelor of Education, and it should be 4 years equivalent. So mine, I finished my Bachelor of Education, specializing in special education. And with your Bachelor of Education, you need to provide evidences that you have finished it. You need to submit your academic transcript of your records and your diploma. So that's your evidence that you have finished your Bachelor of Education. And then third is your birth certificate. You will need to have your photographic identity. So one is I use my Philippine teacher license, ID, and my driver's license, my overseas driver's license, my passport. And passport is your number one, is your first photographic identity. So your passport. And then your bank card as well. So you will need all of this for your 100-point identity check. And then if you're married, you have to submit your marriage contract as well. And then you will also need to ask a certification from your School of Education that you have supervised. Because they will ask you for 45 days of your practical teaching. And based on my experience, School of Education, Xavier University, Ateneo de Cagayan de Oro. I think our practical teaching was almost 1 term, and it's not just 45 days. It's almost, it was more than 45 days. So what I did, I contacted my School of Education. Yeah, I'm very proud of them as well. All the staffs there, all the teachers there. Thank you so much, School of Education. Xavier University for supporting me as well. And after gathering all these papers, then you have to submit this by mail, or you can hand it over to them that this are the things and these are your papers, these are your qualifications. It will take 6 weeks for the board to assess. And as far as I remember, parang mga 2 or 3 weeks natanggap ko ng result doon. And they said, yay! I qualified! I can proceed! Ay, tayong mga taga-Philippines, tayo dyan, I think, if you're planning to work here, or if you plan to be a registered teacher here in Australia, yes, we are all going to be qualified. Well done, Philippines! So yun. So yan yung first stage natin para makapasok tayo for second stage of their assessment. Stage 2. So after they told you that yes, you qualify for the application for teacher registration, they will send you papers like this. This is what I got. So this is the paper that I got, application for teacher registration. And then you just have to fill in information. These are the requirements for you to be to finish the second stage. Kasi pag matapos mo tong second stage, you will have a registration. You'll be registered teachers already. However, you'll be under provisional registration. So ito yung second stage. So first requirement is you have to fill in again. As I said, you have to fill in this form. And in that form, you will be asked to attach some documents. So they will need you to give a copy of your full birth certificate, and then a photographic identification, again your passport, your overseas license, and if you have your license here in Australia, yes, you can use that. And then another new requirement that they will ask you to do is a 7-hour mandatory notification. So this is 1 day training. So it's a mandatory training course. The course is about responding to abuse and neglect, education and care, child safe environment, and reporting abuse and neglect. Kasi dito sa Australia, teachers, everyone who works with vulnerable individual, they have to learn, they have to know how to report and assess children who are victims, who are abused. Yeah, we really have to look after them. And then your teaching qualifications evidence. So if you have an offered job back home from Philippines, yung mga experiences nyo, you can use them. So that's why when I had my contract, tinago ko yun at nagamit ko naman. Yeah, so anything, teaching qualifications evidence, yung a copy of your teacher's license ID, yung registration pa natin sa Philippines, yes, you need to submit that as well. And then your criminal history check. So itong criminal history check, this is a special one kasi it is dito mo to makukuha sa Australia. Criminal history check. So this is my certificate. If you're married, of course, as I said, you have to submit again that marriage contract. And aside from having your criminal history check, you also need to submit your overseas criminal history check kasi they have to know if you are cleared overseas, wala ka bang mga katarantaduhan when you were working there. So it should be cleared as well. They will ask a copy of that. And with your English language proficiency requirement, you have to satisfy the board that you have a level of English language proficiency. So you have three options to have this test. So one is through IELTS, International English Language Testing System academic level. Yes, it should be an academic level. And you have to reach 8 in each area. So if you get 7.5 for one area, so you won't be able to assess. So you have to make sure you have reached 8 to each area. And another one is ISLPR, so it's International Second Language Proficiency Rating. And the third one is through PIAT, so it's Professional English Assessment for Teachers. So you have three options. So after gathering all this information, then you will be able to go through second assessment. So if you have all of those papers, if you have provided all those evidences, then you can go and hand it over to them or by post that. Yeah, and then you have to wait for maximum of 6 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks, I got the result. Yay! Yeah, it wasn't easy, especially yung English test. Yeah, but finally I made it. So after 3 weeks, I got the result and I was registered teacher. Yeah, I got my provisional registration. So I went to different schools and applied for schools. Ang daming kompetensya talaga dito. But I never surrender. So since I couldn't find a permanent job, even a part-time job, so when I had my provisional registration, I was in relief teaching. So I went to different school and submitted my resume that I am open for any relief teaching. Ayon, relief si Madam. I work with children. Yeah, I'm very, very thankful. Syempre, ang hirap kayang kunin yung registration na yun. Kaya ayon, yung school pa naman nila dito talagang bonggang-bongga with all the resources. Tapos yung number of children, you will get a maximum of 15 children, and then without 15 children, you will have your assistant teacher as well. Diba? Hanep dito yung yung education nila. Finally, we are in our last stage of talking about the registration. So the third stage, ito talaga medyo challenging din. Mahirap din. But as I said, if this is your dream, work hard on it and you'll have it. Okay, so this is what you need to be fully registered. You need to have 200 days working as a teacher. Yes, you need 200 days. I'm very blessed naman kasi I found a job I was a relief teacher kasi yung teacher na na-relief ko went for maternity leave. And my director was very, very kind of me because she offered me that position, and I'm very, yeah, I'm gonna get it. It was my opportunity to get that 200 days. Ang hirap kasi if you got your provisional registration, and then if you do relief teaching, ang hirap kasi you have to move from one school to this school and to another school. And for me, luckily, I just have to stay in one room and be there, the relief teacher. And I'm very glad that that teacher went for a year maternity leave. Yay! I think it's for me talaga yung dream na yan. Well, I work hard for it. It's not easy. Like, you have to update any expired documents. Expired documents like your passport, criminal history record, mandatory training, and if you went overseas, then you have to grab another overseas record again, your NBI. Kaya expired and update, yung mga expired, update lang talaga. And you will need to do your 60 hours of professional training online. So there's a website where you can do your record all your professional trainings. And another thing is reach the Australian professional standards for teachers. So itong Australian professional standards for teachers, so one is know students and how they learn, know the content and how to teach it, plan for and implement an effective teaching and learning, create and maintain supportive and assess safe learning environment, provide feedback and report of student learning, engage in professional learning, and engage professionally with colleagues, parents, carers, and the community. These 7 standards, each standard, it has few elements, and then in every element you have to provide evidence that you made it. Yes, you have to provide. So I'm just lucky again kasi I'm just in one room. I was a relief teacher, and it was easy for me to provide all the evidences. So if you have provide all the evidences, then you can hand over all these papers to the board, to the teacher's board, and tell them that you're ready for the final interview. Yes, my final interview pa! Yes, my final interview pa! Kasi they have to ring your director or the principal. They have to ring them if totoo ba yung pinagsasabi-sabi mo sa mga evidences mo. Yeah, and you know what? I'm very blessed of my director. She is very kind, and she gave me positive feedbacks and told the board that yeah, I'm doing really well. Yeah. Kaya nga, I feel very blessed and lucky. And then after ringing my director, then the board ring me and yes, clarify things about the things I have written and submitted to them. So after the final interview, then you have to wait another few weeks for you to be to get the result if you will be a fully registered teacher. Ha ha ha. So after 2 weeks, yay! Finally, I received a mail that I got my full registration. Yeah, well, here's my certificate. Yes, my full registration certificate. So this is my provisional registration, and after provisional registration, you'll be a fully registered teacher here in Australia. I therefore conclude it wasn't easy. This dream wasn't easy. But because it's my passion, it's my dream, I have to work hard on it. And I said, I'm very, very glad that I am surrounded with the people who support me. First, Michael and George, throughout those days, throughout those journeys, they've been very supportive to me, understanding to me. And my colleagues from work, my director, she's very, very kind. Finally, yes, I made it. And because of them, I got my full registration. Yeah. So, thank Thank you so much for watching this very long vlog, but I hope that I've shared you some informations and ideas on how to be a registered teacher here in Australia. And I said every state, they have their own procedures. However, all the things that I've shared to you are basically the things that they will need from you for you to be assessed. Alright? So if your dream to be a registered teacher here in Australia, then work hard on it. It will not be easy, but if you work hard on it and you're passionate about it, then do it. Make your dreams come true, I mean. And if you have questions, and if you have more questions about it, and if you're still confused, you are welcome to do comments there and ask me questions, and I will reply to it. Alright? So comments down there, comments down there, and I will reply on that comment. Subscribers and visitors, and to those visitors of ours, please log into your YouTube account and click the subscribe on our channel. Thank you. Bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye everybody.